So Francesca, who are the Fabelist?
Fabelist is basically a collective of artists, writers, performers, filmmakers, painters and more basically. And what we do is we provide a platform for post-university support. Artists find it very difficult when they've left university working in isolation, so we provide a kind of safe network within which they can express their ideas and not be afraid of kind of embracing the process of making. We're very much about the interactions between creatives, artists working with and for artists, and exposing the voices behind the artwork.
Okay. So why did you start the Fabelist?
I started it because I was working for a creative magazine when I was at Oxford, and I constantly got really frustrated by the fact that submissions would come in, we'd publish them, and there wouldn't be any progress afterwards because no one ever got any feedback on their work. I was also getting submissions from artists and writers and seeing a lot of potential for collaboration between them to actually make something really distinctive and really exciting. But again, there was no framework within which they could meet and discuss those ideas. So I started off with an idea for an online journal where you could track the progress of a piece of work before it was finished. And then people would be able to get feedback on that work in progress before it's published. And the idea proved really popular and grew from there, basically.
Oh, great. So why did you choose to be part of the Other Art Fair?
I chose it because I felt that it chimed really well with our ethos about bringing the focus back onto the artists, not as a mechanism for commercial ends, but because they are the main driving force behind the work. It's very much about the voices of the artists and then being able to engage directly with the public, and that's what really appealed to me about it.
Great. So what are your plans for the fair?
What we're planning to do is to set up a marketplace type scenario where you'll be able to buy work directly from the artists like all the other stands on the fair, but we're also going to have a series of activities, talks and performances that are about engaging people in contemporary art practice, again exposing the process behind the making of the work, getting artists to interact directly with the public, and also kind of really emphasising our interdisciplinary ethos as well. We don't believe that art forms should be in isolation, and that's kind of what we want to showcase at the fair. So we'll be having some masterclasses. We've got Rochelle, who is doing blindfolded sort of art vandalism, which we'll see more of when people come. Carlos Burgos is going to be doing a thing using objects and kind of intuition in order to create new drawings, so it's getting people to engage with their creativity. We'll also be having a series of artist talks so that people can actually come and chat to the artists away from the pressure of people selling their work. And then there'll also be some very special performances from artists such as Polly Bagnall, who's going to be doing an artometer, which is kind of recording the nuances in sounds and gestures at the fair. So it will kind of be tracking sort of the atmosphere at the fair. To Zoe Catherine Kendall, who's going to be doing some art tarot card readings. Each single piece of the marketplace is about being in conversation with the artwork on show, and just really emphasising the artists being able to get their message across, and people at the show not being felt that they're being isolated from the artwork. It's very much a kind of active engagement with stuff.
Great, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.